Before we begin, take 1 second right now. Hit subscribe, press like, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Because what is about to unfold is not noise. It is power, pride, and politics colliding in real time. Stop everything. This is not a rumor. This is not a leak. This is the President of the United States going straight at one of Canada's most powerful men. President Donald Trump has publicly called out Mark Carney. And the clash is bigger than most people realize. This is not about small talk. This is not about polite diplomacy. This is about money control. Power over the future of two nations that share the longest border in the world. Donald Trump, now serving as the current President of the United States, made it clear he is not pleased. His message was sharp, his tone was direct. He accused Canada's leadership, and especially Mark Carney, of pushing economic ideas that hurt American workers. Mark Carney is not just another name. He is a powerful financial voice. He has led central banks. He has shaped global economic policy. When he speaks, markets listen. And now President Trump is challenging him openly. The tension, it centers on trade, banking rules, and the future of North American jobs. President Trump says America will not be pushed around. He says American steel, American energy, and American workers come first. And when he said it loud. This is the beginning of a political showdown that could reshape relations between Washington and Ottawa. Here's where it gets serious. President Trump believes Canada has been playing a quiet game. He says Canadian financial leaders, including Mark Carney, are backing global rules that put pressure on American businesses. Climate banking rules, trade policies, lending limits. According to Trump, these policies slow down U.S. growth while Canada benefits. Trump's message was simple. America will not accept rules written by outsiders. Mark Carney has long supported strong climate-focused financial systems. He believes banks should reduce funding for fossil fuels. He believes governments must move fast to fight climate change. To many global leaders, that sounds responsible. But to President Trump, that sounds like a threat to American energy independence. And this is where the clash becomes personal. Trump sees oil, gas, and coal as tools of strength. He sees American energy as a weapon in global politics. Carney sees fossil fuels as a risk to the planet and to financial stability. Two completely different visions. And when two powerful visions collide, sparks fly. The heart of the conflict is power over the economy. President Trump argues that global banking leaders have too much influence. He believes men like Mark Carney shape policies behind closed doors. He says these decisions affect American families, without voters ever having a say. That message connects with many Americans who already feel left behind. Trump says America's factories suffered in the past because leaders trusted global experts more than local workers. He promises that will not happen again. Mark Carney, on the other hand, represents a system built on international cooperation. He believes markets are connected. He believes countries must follow shared standards to avoid financial crises. But Trump does not like shared control. He wants national control. And that difference is now front and center. Now let's talk about the trade angle. The United States and Canada trade hundreds of billions of dollars each year. Cars, food, oil, steel, lumber, every single day. Trucks cross the border carrying goods that keep both economies alive. President Trump says the trade balance must always favor American strength. He believes past deals allowed Canada to gain unfair advantages in certain sectors, especially energy and raw materials. Mark Carney has defended Canada's economic model in the past. He has supported open markets. He has backed policies that connect Canada closely with Europe and global financial networks. Trump sees that as Canada leaning away from America. And in today's political climate, leaning away is seen as betrayal. So when Trump called out Carney, it was not random, it was strategic. He wants to send a message to Canada and to the world that the United States sets its own rules. This showdown also carries symbolic weight. President Trump speaks in clear lines. Win or lose, strong or weak, friend or competitor. That is how he frames politics. By naming Mark Carney directly, Trump is not just debating policy. He is drawing a line in the sand. He is telling American voters that he sees global financial leaders as part of a system that failed them. And that message is powerful. Mark Carney represents calm expertise, numbers, stability, long-term planning. Trump represents force, national pride, immediate action. Two different languages, two different styles. But now those styles are clashing in public view. And this is only the beginning of what could become one of the most important political battles between the United States and Canada in recent years. Now the question becomes clear. How is Canada responding? So far, the tone from Ottawa has been calm, careful, measured. Canadian officials are not matching President Trump word for word. Instead, they are stressing cooperation. They are saying the partnership between the United States and Canada is strong. They are reminding the public that both nations depend on each other. But silence does not mean weakness. Mark Carney has not backed down from his views. He continues to argue that modern economies must prepare for long-term risks. He warns that climate shocks, unstable markets, and rising global debt can hurt families if leaders ignore them. In simple terms, Carney says planning ahead protects people. President Trump says acting boldly protects people. Two leaders, two strategies. Behind closed doors, advisors on both sides are calculating the impact. If tensions rise, tariffs could return. If tariffs return, prices could go up. And if prices go up, voters feel it fast. This is no small disagreement. It touches gas prices, grocery bills, factory jobs, retirement savings. That is why this clash matters. Let's talk about American workers. President Trump built his political identity around protecting jobs. He has repeated one message again and again: America first. When he challenges Mark Carney, he is speaking directly to factory workers in Michigan, steel workers in Pennsylvania, oil workers in Texas. He is telling them that global financial rules will not shut down their industries. That message is powerful because it is simple: work, paycheck, security. Mark Carney supporters argue that new green industries can create jobs too. They say clean energy, new technology, and smarter banking can grow the economy in a safer way. But change creates fear, and fear moves votes. President Trump understands that. He frames the debate as survival. He frames it as strength versus surrender. And in politics, framing is everything. Now consider the global stage. Other countries are watching closely. Europe is watching. China is watching. Financial markets are watching. When the President of the United States openly challenges a respected global financial leader from Canada, it sends a signal. It says the rules of the old system may not hold. Markets do not like uncertainty. If investors believe trade relations could weaken, they react. Stocks move. Currencies shift. Companies delay decisions. And that ripple effect can travel fast. President Trump is signaling that America will not follow global trends blindly. He wants to lead, not adjust. Mark Carney represents the idea that nations must coordinate to stay stable. Leadership versus coordination. Independence versus integration. That is the real battle beneath the headlines. But here is the deeper layer. This clash is not just about Trump and Carney. It is about two visions of the future. One vision says national borders must protect economies first. That strength comes from control. That global institutions often weaken local power. The other vision says economies are connected, whether leaders like it or not. That cooperation prevents crisis. That shared rules create stability. These ideas have been fighting quietly for years. Now they are fighting out loud. President Trump knows his base supports strong national decisions. Mark Carney knows many global leaders support coordinated action. So this moment is bigger than a soundbite. It is a turning point in how North America defines economic power. So what happens next? That depends on how far each side is willing to go. If the rhetoric cools down, this could remain a sharp but limited dispute. If it heats up, we could see policy shifts. Trade reviews, financial pressure, stronger language. President Trump has shown before that he is willing to escalate, to get leverage. Mark Carney has shown that he stands firm on principle. And when strong personalities hold strong beliefs, compromise becomes harder. For everyday people, the key question is simple. Will this protect jobs or will it raise costs? That is what voters care about. This political clash is not theater. It is about the direction of two powerful nations tied together by geography, trade, and history. And as this story continues to unfold, one thing is clear. The Trump versus Canada showdown is not just a headline. It is a signal that the battle over the future of economic power has entered a new and very public stage.